Have you ever wondered why a simple touch can leave such a profound impact? It's because touch isn't just physical, it's emotional, psychological, and even spiritual. When you touch a man in the right way, it can bypass all the walls he's built up, speaking directly to his heart and soul. The truth is, men crave touch more than they often admit. It's a language of its own, one that conveys affection, security, and desire without a single word spoken. Imagine a moment when everything else fades away. No distractions, no doubts, just the warmth of your touch reassuring him that he's safe, desired, and understood. But here's the key. It's not about any touch. It's about knowing where to touch him to unlock that irresistible connection. In this video, we're diving into 5 powerful places where your touch can leave a man captivated, powerless to resist. So get ready to discover how to turn a simple touch into an unforgettable experience. This isn't about manipulation. It's about deepening the bond between you and making him feel seen, appreciated, and profoundly connected. Are you ready to unlock this powerful secret of connection? Let's get started. The back of a man's neck is more than just a sensitive spot. It's a gateway to his vulnerability. Often exposed yet rarely touched with intention, this area holds a surprising amount of power. A gentle stroke or a soft kiss here can send shivers down his spine, melting away his defenses almost instantly. Why is this spot so powerful? Because the neck is closely tied to trust and submission. When you touch him there, it subconsciously signals safety and intimacy. Think about it. A man's neck is often tense from carrying the weight of the world, responsibilities, stress, and the need to stay strong. But when your fingers lightly trace this area, it's like telling him, you can let go. You're safe with me. This kind of touch bypasses logic, going straight to the part of his brain that craves closeness and security. It's not about seduction alone. It's about showing that you see past the armor to the man underneath. The next time you're close, let your fingers wander to the back of his neck, slow, deliberate, and tender. Watch how his shoulders relax, how his breath deepens. In that moment, he won't just feel touched. He'll feel understood. Master this, and you'll open the door to a deeper level of trust and connection that words alone could never achieve. A man's hands tell a story of strength, hard work, and the quiet battles he fights every day. But those same hands also yearn for a touch that makes them feel valued and appreciated. When you hold his hand, interlace your fingers with his, or even just trace gentle circles on his palm, it speaks a language of reassurance and connection. You're telling him, I'm here and I see you. It's a small gesture, but it holds immense power. Think about it. Hands are often used to shield, to build, to protect. Rarely are they treated with tenderness. That's why your touch here can break down barriers faster than words ever could. When you gently massage the space between his fingers or trace lines along his palm, it creates an intimacy that's almost primal. It's a reminder that he doesn't have to hold the weight of the world alone. And it's not just about the physical sensation, it's about what your touch represents. Acceptance without conditions. So the next time you reach for his hand, do it with intention. Let your touch linger just a bit longer, infusing it with warmth and genuine affection. You'll notice how he holds on a little tighter, how his eyes soften. Because when a man's hands are held with care, his heart follows willingly. A man's chest is often seen as a symbol of strength, a shield that protects everything he holds dear. But beneath that shield lies his heartbeat, the most vulnerable part of him. When you rest your hand on his chest, it's not just about closeness. It's about telling him, I feel your heart. I see your struggle. It's a touch that speaks directly to his soul, bypassing the need for words or explanations. Imagine the effect of placing your hand there during an embrace, letting him feel your warmth seep through. It's calming, grounding, like an anchor in a storm. The chest is also linked to the heart chakra, the energy center for love and compassion. So when you touch him there, it has the power to dissolve tension and open him up emotionally. Even a simple gesture, like tracing slow circles over his chest or resting your head against it while listening to his heartbeat, can create a profound sense of connection. It's an unspoken way of saying you don't have to be strong all the time. It's okay to let go. This kind of touch allows him to release the weight he's been carrying, if only for a moment. The next time you're close, place your hand gently on his chest. Feel his heartbeat. Synchronize your breathing and just be present. You'll find that this simple act can transform not just the mood, but the depth of your connection. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but it's the entire face that tells the true story. When you touch a man's face, tracing his jawline, brushing a thumb over his cheek, or simply cupping his face in your hands, it's a gesture that goes beyond desire. It's pure, unconditional affection. The face is one of the most vulnerable places to be touched because it's always exposed, revealing every emotion, every moment of doubt or confidence. When you touch him here, it's like telling him, I see the real you, and I love what I see. It's a way of saying you don't have to hide. Imagine the effect of gently brushing a stray hair back or resting your forehead against his. It's a silent promise that you're present, that you're not going anywhere. This kind of touch dissolves walls instantly because it's so rare, so intentional. The way your fingers move over his face can convey everything: reassurance, admiration, desire, all without a single word. It's the kind of touch that makes him close his eyes and lean in, craving more. So, the next time you're close enough, take a moment to trace the line of his jaw. Run your fingers through his hair, or hold his face as if he's the only person in the world. In that instant, you're not just touching his skin, you're touching his heart. You're telling him that he's safe, cherished, and completely seen. The lower back is one of the most underrated yet powerful places to touch a man. It's a spot that's both protective and vulnerable, close enough to his core to feel intimate yet subtle enough not to overwhelm. A simple gesture, like placing your hand on his lower back as you walk side by side, is a silent invitation to come closer. It's an unspoken promise of trust and connection. Why is this spot so impactful? Because the lower back is directly connected to feelings of security and grounding. When you touch him there, it's as if you're saying, I'm here for you. You're not alone. Imagine the effect of sliding your hand to this spot during an embrace, or guiding him gently as you walk. It's not about control, it's about showing that you're present and in tune with him. This kind of touch can turn an ordinary moment into something deeply intimate, making him feel seen and protected in a way he might not even realize he needed. It's a gesture that combines strength with tenderness, hinting at both passion and comfort. The next time you're close, let your hand linger there, just long enough to send the message that he's wanted, appreciated, and safe with you. It's a touch that's hard to resist because it speaks to something primal and profound, bridging the gap between words and feelings. There's something undeniably intimate about touching the inside of a man's wrist. It's a spot that's rarely exposed and even more rarely touched with intention. But that's exactly what makes it so powerful. The skin here is delicate, the veins close to the surface, and the pulse steady and unguarded. Beats right beneath your fingertips. When you lightly trace your fingers along this area or hold his wrist gently, you're connecting directly to his lifeline, to the rhythm of his heartbeat. It's a subtle gesture, but it speaks volumes. The wrist is one of the most sensitive areas on the body, and a simple brush of your fingers can send a spark that travels straight to his heart. It's a reminder that he's alive, that he's wanted, that he's seen. Imagine the effect of holding his wrist during a conversation, letting your thumb move in slow, calming circles. It's not about seduction alone. It's about grounding him, bringing him back to the present moment with you. This kind of touch makes him feel not just desired, but understood at a level that goes beyond words. It's an invitation to trust, to open up, to let down the guard he holds up so often. So the next time you reach for his hand, let your fingers glide to the inside of his wrist. Feel the pulse beneath, slow and steady. It's a silent promise that in this moment, it's just the two of you. and nothing else matters. The thigh is a place that balances perfectly between boldness and comfort. When you place your hand gently on a man's thigh, whether you're sitting side by side in a car, across from each other at dinner, or simply lounging at home, it's a move that says, I'm with you. This spot holds a unique kind of power because it's both grounding and electrifying. It's not about crossing boundaries, it's about establishing a connection that feels both warm and thrilling. The thigh is a symbol of stability and strength, and when you touch him there, it's a way of saying you trust him, that you feel secure by his side. A light squeeze or a gentle stroke communicates more than words ever could. It's a reassurance that you're present, that you see him, that you're not going anywhere. This kind of touch can instantly dissolve tension, making him relax and lean in, seeking more of that warmth. Imagine the impact of resting your hand there during a quiet moment, your thumb moving slowly in soft, absent-minded circles. It's a gesture that says, I feel safe with you, and in turn makes him feel safe too. The thigh might seem like a simple place to touch, but it's a powerful anchor for affection, grounding both of you in the moment. So the next time you're close, let your hand rest there. No rush, no expectations, just a touch that speaks of closeness, connection, and a promise that this moment is exactly where you want to be. The ears are one of the most overlooked yet incredibly powerful places to touch a man. The skin here is sensitive, the nerves responsive to the lightest of touches. When you gently trace the outline of his ear with your fingers, brush your lips softly against his earlobe, or even whisper something meaningful, it sends a wave of warmth and electricity down his spine. This isn't just about the physical sensation. It's about the intimacy of the gesture. The ears are directly connected to his sense of trust and attentiveness. When you touch him there, it's as if you're whispering a secret that only the two of you share, a moment that's just yours. Imagine the effect of leaning in close, your breath warm against his ear as you murmur something genuine and heartfelt. It's a gesture that makes him pause, that makes his heart skip a beat, because it's both unexpected and deeply personal. Even a simple move like brushing back a strand of his hair or resting your lips there for a brief second can turn an ordinary moment into something unforgettable. It's not about being provocative. It's about showing him that you're present, that you're listening, that you care. So the next time you're close enough, don't hesitate to let your fingers linger or your words dance softly against his ear. It's a touch that's hard to resist, not because of its boldness, but because of its sincerity. In that moment, he'll feel more than just touched. He'll feel chosen, cherished, and profoundly connected. Feet might not seem like an obvious place to touch a man, but they hold a surprising amount of significance. Think about it. Feet are what carry him through the challenges of life, what bear the weight of his responsibilities, and yet they're often ignored, overlooked, or hidden. When you take the time to touch, massage, or even just rest your feet against his, it's an unspoken gesture of support and care. It's a way of saying, I'm here to help carry the weight with you. The act of massaging his feet after a long day or tracing light circles along the top is an intimate gesture that goes far beyond words. It's calming, grounding, and it shows that you're attuned to his needs, even the ones he doesn't voice. Feet are connected to the root chakra, the energy center for stability and trust. And when you touch him there, it's like reassuring him that he's not alone in this journey. Imagine the effect of sitting across from him, his feet in your lap, your hands warm and soothing. It's a moment of quiet intimacy, of unspoken promises that say, I've got you. This kind of touch breaks down barriers because it's so unexpected, so sincere. It tells him that you see all of him, the strong parts, the tired parts, the parts that are rarely acknowledged. So the next time you're looking to connect deeply, try this small act of care. You'll find that it's not just about the touch itself, but what it represents. A partnership, a promise, and a love that's there through every step of the way.